अंगूठे में लग गई थोड़ी. Thank you, Speaker Sir, for letting me speak on a very important topic. Women are a central force, a driving force in our national imagination, in our national perspective. All of us, every single one in this room, has been influenced, taught, learnt a lot from women in their lives. Mothers, sisters, wives. As Rijuju ji said, of course, Prime Minister and myself don't have that wife issue. So we don't get that input, but we have our mothers and our sisters. Yesterday, I was watching my sister achieve something that, in 5 minutes, achieve something that I have not been able to do in maybe 20 years of my political career, which was to make Mr. Amit Shah ji smile. There's something that I also need to practice and learn, and I was feeling very proud as an older brother as she was doing that, delivering the speech in a way that is different than mine, of course. I remember when I was a little boy, I used to be very scared of the darkness, and we used to have this huge dog who used to attack my sister and me all the time. So we were very scared of going out into the garden at night. We were scared of the dog. And one day my grandmother somehow found out about this. And I'm saying this because this was one of the most powerful lessons taught to me in my life by a woman, a grandmother. And my parents had gone out for dinner, and she came, she caught my hand, I still remember, and she took me out into the garden. Dark garden at night, no lights. No, government houses have big gardens, quite a big garden. And she took me there, and she left me. She said, now you stay here, don't move. And she left. And I watched my grandmother. I remember she was wearing a yellowish sari. I watched her go away. और मेरी मतलब हवा निकल गई कि मतलब आज तो मैं गया. I didn't have the courage to tell my grandmother that, you know, I don't want to stay here, so I stayed. And she went away. She went away probably for 1 or 2 minutes. But for me, it was like 2-3 hours. I was imagining the dog coming to bite me. I was imagining ghosts. I was imagining snakes. I was imagining everything. And then after some time, I remember my legs were even shaking a little bit, and then I saw my grandmother come. And she came and she asked me, so, what are you scared of? So I said, you know, Dadi, I'm scared of that dog. I don't know that he might come and bite me. I'm scared of somebody being in the garden that I don't know. I'm scared of bats. I'm scared of snakes. I'm scared of things I can't see. And she says, no, Rahul, you're not scared of all those things. You're not scared of the darkness. You're not scared of the dog. You're not scared of the bats. You're only scared of your mind. You're only scared of your imagination and what you are thinking. And then And then she said that, you should not be scared of the darkness, because the truth most often is in the darkness. And if you do not have the courage to face your fear, you do not have the courage to go into darkness, you will not be able to understand the truth, you will not be able to fight for the truth. This is one of the biggest lessons in my life. I use it, it's a political lesson. I didn't realize then. Now as I get older, I realize it was not only a political lesson, more fundamentally it was a religious lesson. I didn't understand then, and what she was saying to me was that Satyam Shivam Sundaram. That's what she'll say. She said that I want you to be able to go into the darkness. I want you to be able to go where you're scared. And I want you to see what the truth looks like. And later I realized, my God, by taking me into the garden, she was explaining Shiva to me. She was explaining the central tenet of our religion. She was explaining Satya to me. And in many ways, she was explaining Ahimsa to me. And she said to me, I remember that, listen, truth is painful sometimes. Don't worry about it. Deal with it. And there are some truths that need to be told here today in this house. The first truth is that this is not a women's bill. This is nothing to do with the empowerment of women. There is a women's bill. It was passed in 2023 in this house itself. And my friends and teachers in the BJP said that it will be implemented in 10 years' time. That is the women's bill. This is an attempt to change the electoral map of India, using and hiding behind India's women. And actually it is a shameful act, because instead of giving them women's reservation, which is very easy to do, and every single opposition person will support it right now, bring that old bill back right now, and we will help you pass it for implementation from this second. Now, that is the women's bill. This is something else. And the truth needs to be told about what this is. There is a central truth in India's history, in India's past and present. And I have become more and more and more aware of this truth. And that is the brutal, cruel, unforgiving treatment of the OBC community, of the Dalit community, and other communities, minorities and women. And this is a historical fact. This need not be argued here. Everybody knows how Indian society treated OBCs, treated Dalits, what was done to them, what was done to their women, what they were allowed to do, what they were not allowed to do, how they were blinded when they read certain documents, how metal was poured into their ears when they heard certain verses. This is a fact. Now, what is being attempted here is a bypass of the caste census. What they are trying to do is they are trying to avoid giving power, giving representation to my OBC brothers and sisters and to take away power from them. This is the agenda over here. That's the first agenda. Manuvad over Samvidhan. Amit Shah ji says that the caste census has begun. And he repeated twice yesterday, trying to be clever, saying that houses don't have castes. The point is not whether houses have castes or don't have castes. The point is whether the caste census is going to be used for representation in Parliament, Vidhan Sabha, Lok Sabha. And what you're trying to do now is trying to make sure that caste census has nothing to do with representation for the next 10 years, 15 years, so that you can kick the ball down the street. That's the first thing that is being done. Second thing that is being done, equally bad thing, but a very dangerous thing. What you're doing, because you're scared of what is happening in the politics of this country, you're scared of the erosion of your strength, you're trying to rejig the Indian political map. You have done it in Assam, you've done it in Jammu and Kashmir, and now you're imagining that you can do it in India. And you need a constitutional amendment to do that. Now let me explain what you are doing. You are telling the South Indian states, you are telling the northeastern states, you are telling small states in India that in order for the BJP to remain in power, we are going to take away representation from you. This is nothing short of an anti-national act. This is what you are doing. And under no circumstances are we going to allow you to do it. Yes. So I am telling you very clearly right now that the entire opposition is going to defeat this attempt of yours to attack the nation state and deprive OBCs and Dalits of their rightful place in society. I want to ask, corporate India, entire financial structure of India, where are the Dalits? Where are the OBCs? Where are the Adivasis? Top bureaucracy of this country. आपका गलती है. Where are they? Judiciary, private sector, private hospital sector, healthcare sector, education sector. Earlier, there used to be something called the public sector. Public sector provided space for Dalits, OBCs. You've removed it, demolished it, handed it over to your friends. So you call OBCs Hindus, you call Dalits Hindus, but you do not give them any space in the power structure of this country. And you can ask this to any Dalit, you can ask it to any OBC. This is a fact. You call them Hindus, but you do not give them any place in this country.
Yes, be cool.
And you are... सच्चाई अच्छी नहीं लगती आपको. So I want to assure My friends, brothers and sisters, across the country, southern states, smaller states, northeastern states, that do not worry, we are not going to allow them. We are not going to allow them to attack the Union of India. You are equal participants in the Union of India. They will not dare to touch your representation in the Union of India. Speaker, sir, this same question was faced by Indira Gandhi ji and also by Mr. Vajpayee. Both of them faced this question. They understood the dangers and they did not take the action the Prime Minister is taking. You can check. It was done by Indira Gandhi ji and it was done by Mr. Vajpayee. I am going to explain later in the speech why Mr. Modi is doing it. Then you can have your answer. Wait. It's coming. Now, it's loading. Exactly. Now let me go back again to my childhood. When I was small, Speaker, sir, we had once a famous magician who came to do a magic show. And a lot of children went to that show. 300-400 children. I was there, my sister was also there, she's smiling. 300-400 people went to see that show. Fantastic magic show.
राहुल जी, आप जादू पूरा उसकी जगह आप बिल पे बोल लो, अच्छा रहेगा।
सर, अच्छा है
जादू।
सर, मैं पेंटिंग बना रहा हूँ सर। सर, मैं आपको समझाता हूँ सर। मैं चित्र बनाता हूँ सर। मैं आर्टिस्ट हूँ। मजा लीजिए सर।
आप बिल पे बोलें।
सर, अंत में पूरा फिट होगा सर, आपको बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। पूरा अंत में पजल जैसे फिट हो जाएगा। तो
ऐसे नहीं चलता, संसद है।
सुनिए सर, मजा आएगा आप
पार्लियामेंट मर्यादा से चले, ये मेरी जिम्मेदारी है, इसलिए मैं कहता हूँ।
सर, जादू का शो था और वहां पे 300 बच्चे बैठे सर। गार्डन में था, जादूगर था सर, लाल रंग का कैप पहना हुआ था। उसके सामने 2-3 मेज़ें, टेबल्स, एक पे वो टोपी, एक पे 2-3 बॉल थी, उसके इम्प्लीमेंट्स थे। उसने शुरू किया सर। पहले उसने पहले टोपी उठाई और टोपी में से उसने खरगोश निकाला ऐसे। बच्चे देख, सर सुनिए सर, कनेक्टेड है टोटली। उसने खरगोश निकाला सर, बच्चों को बहुत मजा आया, हम देख रहे थे। उसके बाद सर वो जगलिंग शुरू की सर। वो 6 बॉल थी, उसमें बीच में गायब कर दी। बच्चे बिल्कुल हैरान, हम तालियां बजा रहे हैं, हंस के तालियां बजा रहे हैं सर। उसके बाद क्या हुआ सर, वो मेज थी सर, वो मेज पे खड़ा हुआ ऐसे, और उसके असिस्टेंट्स आए और उसने उस पे चेन बांध दी, 3-4 चेन। और असिस्टेंट्स आए, वो ताले लिए, उन्होंने ताले लगा दिए और सब ऐसे खड़े हो गए। चेन लग गई सब जगह और उसके ऊपर उन्होंने वो कैप सा लगा दिया काला।
आप
सर आर्टिस्टिक फ्रीडम।
मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ
सर उसको ऐसे किया।
आप प्रतिपक्ष
सर
के
आज
नेता
मैं कर रहा हूँ सर।
प्रतिपक्ष के
30
नेता
सेकंड।
ये पुराने समय की ये जादू की नो, ये ठीक नहीं है।
नॉट सर।
ये
सर मुझे बोलने दीजिए सर।
अब मैं बोलने दे रहा हूँ आपको।
सर 15 सेकंड में ये खत्म कर दूंगा। सर तो ऐसे खड़ा हुआ और उस पे वो लगा दिया कैप और स्टॉपवॉच शुरू कर दी। 1 मिनट 3 मिनट का टाइम दिया। सर 3 मिनट वो ऐसे ऐसे अंदर कर रहा था उसके। सर 3 मिनट बाद क्या हुआ, उसने अपने असिस्टेंट बुलाने शुरू कर दिए। कहा कि भैया इधर आओ इधर आओ इधर आओ। वो आए, उन्होंने कैप उतारा, उसके ताले वहीं के वहीं, वो फंसा पड़ा। हम हंस हंस के मर गए सर। ये हो क्या रहा है? 300 बच्चे सर हंसना शुरू कर दिया।
क्या था
सर अब हुआ क्या मैं आपको बताता हूं। इस कनेक्टेड है सर। सर हुआ क्या,
मैं राहुल गांधी जी,
उसके बाद सर बोलने दीजिए सर।
मैंने किसी को बोलने से टोका क्या?
सर बोलने तो दीजिए।
बस सदन की मर्यादा तो बनाए रखनी पड़ेगी ना।
What am I doing now?
ये देश का सर्वोच्च संस्था है, आप प्रतिपक्ष के नेता हैं, आप चेयर को एड्रेस कर लें।
सर उसके बाद क्या हुआ? सर उसके बाद बड़ी इंटरेस्टिंग बात हुई। हो गया सर, खत्म।
हम सब समझ रहे हैं।
सर उसके बाद क्या हुआ? सर हुआ क्या सर? अब खत्म हो गई कहानी सर, जादू वाली कहानी खत्म। सर उसमें हुआ क्या, वो जैसे ही वो फंस गया और वो उसके ऊपर से वो उतारा और उसकी चेन हिली नहीं, हटी नहीं थी, तो उसके बाद बच्चे हंसने लग गए। अब वो कुछ भी करे, मतलब उसने 2-3 और ट्रिक्स ट्राई की, बॉल वाली ट्रिक ट्राई की, बच्चे हंसे, फिर उसने फिर से मतलब कुछ और खरगोश के साथ कोशिश की, सारे हंसने लगे। ऐसा हुआ कि बेचारा मतलब कोई भी ट्रिक करे उसके बाद बच्चे बस हंसते ही गए, हंसते ही गए, हंसते ही गए। मतलब जो उसका जो पूरा जो जादू का ढांचा था ना, वो भड़ाक से खत्म हो गया। सर हुआ क्या? अब इंटरेस्टिंग बात थी सर, उस टाइम तो मैं बहुत हंसा, सब हंसे सर, मगर उसके बाद मुझे पता लगा कि हुआ क्या था। सीरियस बात हुई थी। वो जो जादूगर था उसको बीमारी थी और वो बहुत टेंशन में था और वो दबाव में आ गया और उसने एक मैजिक ट्रिक गलत कर दी, वो निकल नहीं पाया, वहीं खत्म हो गया सर। सर हंस लीजिए सर प्लीज सर।
तरीका है क्या? आप सदन में इसी तरीके की चर्चा करना चाहते हैं क्या?
सर
क्या
खत्म सर।
तो इतना बड़ा दल है आपका, आप विधेयक पर बोले हैं।
ओके सर, कंक्लूड करते हैं सर। तो सर हुआ क्या, वो टेंशन में आया, एक गलती की उसने और उसके बाद उसका जादू नहीं चला और शायद उसके बाद वो जादू कर ही नहीं पाया, मुझे लगता है। सर मैं आपको वापस गार्डन ले जाना चाहता हूं। और मेरी दादी ने उस टाइम एक और बात बोली थी मुझसे। दादी ने गार्डन में मुझे एक और बात समझाई थी जो मैंने पहले नहीं बोली। उन्होंने कहा था, स्पीकर सर बोलूं?
मैं आपको पहले भी आग्रह किया है, मैं कभी किसी
सर मुझे दादी ने उस टाइम एक और बात बोली थी। शी सेड टू मी दैट लिसन राहुल, आई वांट यू टू बी एबल टू सी इन द डार्क। आई वांट यू टू बी एबल टू सी इन द डार्क, like the central idea of Shiva, I will explain to my brothers and sisters, is to see in the dark. See what others cannot see. See your fears. Go close to your fears. That is the central idea of Shiva. She was telling me that and she said, I want you to see in the dark. I said, Dadi, why? She said, because Rahul, real strength always hides in the dark. Real power, real strength hides in the darkness. Fantastic political lesson. First, look for your truth, stick by it, and second, real power, real strength always hides, it never shows itself. जो असली ताकत होती है वो छुप के काम करती है, वो अपने आप को दिखाती कभी नहीं है. अब मैं ये आपको बता क्यों रहा हूं? Because there is, everybody knows, a partnership between our friend, the magician, and the businessman.
ये तो तरीका ठीक नहीं है.
नाम नहीं लिया सर. सर मैजिशियन बोला है सर. I've said magician.
No.
Sir, I've said magician. I didn't even say peer.
माननीय आप प्रतिपक्ष के नेता हैं.
बोलने दीजिए सर.
मैं आपको संसद की गरिमा से बोलने देने का अधिकार है, लेकिन संसद की गरिमा बनाए रखना भी मेरी जिम्मेदारी है.
Sir, the problem is.
नहीं, ये उचित नहीं है.
Sir, I'll finish, sir.
नहीं, अनपार्लियामेंट नहीं है, पर ये संसद है. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप जो चौराहे पे बोलो संसद में बोलोगे. संसद की अपनी मर्यादा गरिमा होती है.
Sir, let me. I'll finish. Speaker, sir, what has happened? There is a partnership, and then there is a hidden power. Massive, extremely strong, but completely hidden. Okay? And that power, that force, that does not show itself, but is there, knows the entire history of the magician. It knows every single detail about the magician, from when he first came into politics till when he arrived as Prime Minister. And it is using that information.
ना, ये तो.
It is using the information to shape.
क्या? No. No. देखिए, मैं आपको फिर कह रहा हूँ राहुल गांधी जी.
क्या बोल रहा हूँ सर?
आप नहीं, वेणुगोपाल जी, ये उचित नहीं है.
Don't disturb us, sir. Let them speak, sir. Home Minister is going to reply.
मैं आपको बताऊं, होम मिनिस्टर साहब भी बोलते हैं, विधेयक पे बोलते हैं. जो भी बोलता है विधेयक पे बोलता है. आप भी बोले हमने किसी को टोका नहीं. प्रियंका जी बोला हमने कोई टोका किसी को. लेकिन सदन की गरिमा मर्यादा बनाने की जिम्मेदारी तो अध्यक्ष की है ना. नो. विधेयक में
बोलने तो दीजिए सर.
बोलने दे रहा हूँ ना मैं आपको.
नहीं बोलने दे रहे सर. दिस एक्शन. ओके स्पीकर सर, I'll वो उधर जाऊंगा नहीं सर. So this action, please understand what has happened here. It is important that everyone understands. The BJP knew, they knew very clearly that this bill actually cannot be passed. They knew it. They are not stupid. They knew every opposition person would oppose it. This bill cannot be passed. This was a panic reaction. This was a panic reaction because the Prime Minister at any cost needed to send two messages. Number one, he needed to change the electoral map of India. And number two, he needed to send a message again that he is pro-women. Why he is doing that, I will leave to your imagination. But I will leave it to your imagination, but the powers that be know exactly why he's doing it. Sir, the truth is the magician has been caught. The magician of Balakot, the magician of demonetization, the magician of Sindhur has suddenly got caught. Why?
Yeah.
Because he was...
No. आपत्ति मैंने ऐसी सब चीजें रिपोर्ट से निकाल दी है। मेरी इसमें घोर आपत्ति है। मैं सदन के आसन से भी बोल रहा हूं कि आप जो विधेयक है उस विधेयक पर बोले, आप विधेयक पर बोले, विधेयक से इधर उधर नहीं बोले।
Sir, I mean, come on, I need to go. I need to go.
आप ऐसे नहीं करें।
Speaker, sir, there is a central confusion in the mind of the BJP.
अरे सर कितने बार उठेंगे सर? ये सदन का बेनिफिट के लिए।
Speaker, sir, there is a central confusion, and I have to put this right. There is a central fundamental confusion in the minds of the BJP and its leadership. And the confusion is that they think they are the people of India. You are not the people of India. The people of India are something else. They also think that they are the armed forces. You are not the armed forces. The armed forces are something else. You are a political organization. You are not India and you are not the armed forces of India. We are not attacking the people of India. We are not attacking the armed forces of India. We are attacking you. Do not hide behind the people of India or behind the armed forces. So stop hiding like cowards behind the armed forces and behind the people. Come out and talk to us and have a discussion with us. Now, going back to my speech, Speaker, sir. As I said, the magician has been caught.
प्लीज नो। मैं ऐसे शब्दों का उपयोग इस सदन में नहीं करने दूंगा, चाहे सत्ता पक्ष सहमत हो। वो नहीं बोल रहे सत्ता पक्ष वाले, पर मैं उपयोग नहीं करने दूंगा। ठीक है, आप अगर नहीं मानते हैं तो मैं ऐसे शब्दों का उपयोग, ऐसी भाषा का अलाउ नहीं करूंगा। नो, आप दादा कैसी भाषा का उपयोग करना चाहते हैं? यहाँ पर आप कौन सी भाषा का उपयोग करना चाहते हैं? ये दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी संसद है, सर्वोच्च संस्था है, इसकी भाषा संयमित होना ही चाहिए ना। आप बोलिए, अगर आप
मैं बोलता हूँ
आप
मैं बोलता हूँ
विषय पे बोलेंगे
म्यूजिशियन नहीं
तो मैं
बोलूंगा।
आपको अलाउ करूंगा।
सर मैजिशियन नहीं बोलूंगा।
आप विषय पे बोलेंगे तो मैं अलाउ करूंगा।
मैं जादूगर नहीं बोलूंगा सर।
आप विषय पे
सर जादूगर शब्द नहीं यूज करूंगा। Sir, the individual in my story, sir, what happened was, the last session of Parliament completely destroyed the structure because a deal was signed with the United States that under no circumstances would have been signed by any prime minister of this country unless he was compromised.
ये दिए
So, क्या सर?
ये विधेयक का विषय है क्या? नो, अगर मैं सीट पे बैठा हूं तो कुमार स्वामी जी हो या कोई भी हो, मैं विधेयक के पास बोलने दें। नो, मैं सीट पे बैठूंगा तो विधेयक पर ही बात होगी। हाँ, विधेयक पर ही बात होगी। हाँ, मैं जब आसन पे हूं तो विधेयक पर ही चर्चा होगी। विधेयक के विषय पर आप बोले, मैंने रोका नहीं। विधेयक के विषय पे मैंने कभी नहीं टोका न रोका। विषय पे मैंने कभी नहीं रोका। आपको रोका गया? आपको रोका गया? किसी को रोका के विषय पर? नो, सब पे अलाउ है, लेकिन उस बिल के संदर्भ में ही।
सर तो मैं एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ। आप एक
मुझसे सवाल नहीं पूछ सकते।
नहीं, क्योंकि मैं आप इंस्ट्रक्शन चाहता हूँ।
हाँ, इंस्ट्रक्शन भी
तो
दूंगा मैं
आपका
आपको।
कहना है कि मुझे यूएस डील पे कुछ नहीं बोलना?
बिल्कुल, महिला विधेयक पे बोलना।
ठीक है सर, ठीक है, मैं नहीं बोलूंगा सर। सर, सो what happened was very obvious to everybody. Now what you're attempting is taking away the constitutional right and snatching that from the people of India. We are not going to allow you. You will see we will defeat this bill right here in the next, whatever, half an hour, 45 minutes. Now, I want to conclude with an idea. And I want to give you a sense, because you have to understand something. I know more than I'm saying. You have to understand that I know much more than I'm saying in this house. So I'm going to give you and everybody else a nice puzzle. And the people of India can try and see if they can solve this puzzle. Yesterday I was watching the Prime Minister speak. Low energy, broken, nothing transmitting. And I suddenly noticed that yesterday was the 16th of April. No, I was sitting here and he was talking and he was not able to engage. He was not able to engage because clearly trying to pass this bill was a mistake, because everybody knew there wasn't going to pass. Panic reaction, as I said. So I was watching him and I noticed on my phone 16th of April. And I was like, my God, how crazy. That's the number. 16. This 16 number. This is the number. The whole answer to the riddle is in the number 16. Everything is in the number 16. Now, if anybody understands what I'm saying, please send me a message. And on Twitter you can tell what it is. But the answer to your problems, and you're going to find out very soon, is in the number 16. Thank you, sir.